Hello again, YouTube. So this is part two. Um, Now, in this part, I kind of want to discuss a little bit more about my belief system because I am a public figure, and everybody hasn't been following me from day one. Okay, I have thousands of day ones, and sometimes even I will be honest. I kind of take that for granted, and it's kind of like when new people show up, it's like, where you come from? You don't know. It's like, but so for me, there is no system. I am not African spirituality. I am not Hebrew Israelite. I am not Christian. I am no system. I am of the no system. Okay. So I'm all about independent spirituality. I do metaphysical science, occult science. I do witchcraft. I do it all as it serves the purposes that are in are ahead of me or in front of me, right? Um, Now, having said that, let me explain what spiritual independence is. Spiritual independence is when you start to understand that the universe as a whole is an interconnected being. It is a being with all of us being connected to one another. And so from that perspective, you don't need a priest or a pastor or a whole host of things in between you and this ideology of God. And you start to understand that we're all in varying degrees of ascension toward our own divinity. Some of us are closer than others, not better than others, closer than others, just because we've done more work. We have already accomplished certain things. We've evolved past certain places. We've ascended above certain behaviors, belief systems, and all of that. And so in this world, there are many belief systems. And a lot of times when it comes to a system, the problem is that there are always mechanisms of control to keep the system operational. And that's just kind of what that is. I'm not anti-Christian or anti-spiritual, African spirituality or anti-anything. I am just pro independent spirituality. And it is all about me making that choice for myself. And because I have made that choice and because I have mastered that shit, okay, in my own life, I teach it to other people who are interested. And never at any time do I force them to do anything because number one, I can't. They're grown, they're God in their own life. They do what they want to do. You do what you want to do. You've always done what you want to do. Even when it concerns us doing what we have to do, right? um Outside of anything that we feel like we have to do, this is what I must do. Everything else is what I want to do. Even when you feel compelled by other people, you're still choosing. And so I teach the power of choice, and I go hard on the power of choice, and I teach people how they have always been a participant in whatever it is that's going on in their life. So the universal laws are the foundation of a lot of what I teach. But let's talk about what people really want to talk about, okay? Because I know what you really want to know, and I'm going to talk about that. So people have heard me talk about demons. Yes, I talk about demons. I work with demons. I work with gods. I work with all these deities. I work with angels. Work, whatever. Dark energy, light energy. I'm with it all. If it is real and it is beneficial, then I'm with it. Okay, but now let's talk about the word demon. What is that even? It's a lot of people who think they know what that is because they read the Bible. They've read books on demonology and demonology. Those are two different things, and they think they know. You know, those are the same kind of people who think they know what it means to be human. It's like, what's a human? Well, it's these things with a head, two arms, and two legs, and a couple feet, couple of hands. It's like anything look like this, that's a human. Is it really? And so people like to have neat little boxes to put things in. But what I teach is that there are many energies in the world. We are energies. What is a human? It's an energy, okay? It's a specific energetic vibration. And it takes the form of this body, right? Whatever. But at the bottom line is energy. So all things are energy. And it's funny because people will be mad at me about saying the word demon, and they got crystals all over their house talking about, oh, the beautiful crystal rose quartz and how it makes you feel so loved. And oh, this crystal clear quartz, and oh, that crystal and this crystal. You're working with the energy of that thing. You're out there laid up on a tree. You're out there with your feet in the dirt, grounding with the earth. The reality is you're dealing with the energetic makeup of all these things you're connecting to. And so ultimately, it's always energy. What is a demon? It's an energy. But what is the word? Something that people created to keep you afraid. Now, I'm not going to make this class, because I don't taught this, and I actually got a class at divinityacademy.com where you can learn this very thing that I just mentioned in greater detail. But I don't judge things as good and evil, because even the best thing can be evil, and even the worst thing can be good. Okay? And what I do is beneficial or non-beneficial. That's how I live, and that's how I teach. When I make decisions, either it's self-honoring or it's not. And I make self-honoring decisions, and in doing so, I know at no time am I dishonoring anyone else, unless their intention and their purpose is to dishonor me. So and I teach that if you live from a self-honoring place, you don't put yourself in a position to be a victim all the time, because you're not doing things just because you're trying to win somebody else's approval, love, acceptance, or validation. Okay? So when you start living from a self-honoring space, you're living aware. You're living in the now. You're being present. See, you're presently powerful. You're not powerful back then. You're not powerful once you get up there. You're powerful right now. And it's in what you're doing right now that's making all the difference in the world. I didn't always know that. I know most of you everybody that listen to this is not going to say that they knew that. Even though the reality is, once you hear it, it rings true in your soul, true in your spirit. Now, people have tried to discredit me and some of the people who I have done work with, mainly because they think, right, that this is something that this is something that you're just bullshitting people, but that's not the case. So they feel like this is some BS, that is just you just creating something and teaching it. And I'm gonna tell you why that's like a common idea, is because there are a lot of people who are out here just teaching whatever a person might want to hear, and just saying whatever, they teaching shit that they watched on Avengers as a truth, and all of that. And unfortunately, the reality is that's not what this is. Okay. When I look at some of the apprentices who finished their apprenticeship and graduated and got on with their life, and some of the ones that's still in there that will soon be graduating, and they're doing what they need to do for their lives, the difference is that some people are truly looking for results. They're looking to create actionable plans that's going to get them where they want to go in life. And some people are just hanging out aimlessly. When you're an aimless person, you're not going to get very far. That has nothing to do with whether the person who teaching you is actually teaching you something that works. The reality is, before I started to teach, I made sure that what I was teaching could work for me and a few others. Before I started charging, I was giving it away to make sure this is something that can be recreated in multiple lives, not just mine, right? The truth of the universe is not just for me and a select few. It's for anybody who will tap in and ride it, who will actually apply it to their lives and everything else that they got going on. Now, so one of the first apprentices was Nicole Farrell of Kachina Yoga. And one day, this is how the syndicate was birthed. One day, it's kind of funny, actually. I actually love sharing this story. And I think we shared it on the syndicate YouTube. But we were sitting around talking, and her husband he started talking about how We remind him of like a syndicate or like a gang or something like that. And he said that you got the one that's this and the one that's that and the one that's that, because he was breaking it down by all of our personalities as he had experienced it. And so it caught on. It was cute and it was true. We all bring different things to the table. And Nicole has traveled the world studying yoga and just really, really learning the beauty of meditation and the things that the human mind is capable of and the human body is capable of. She's extremely fit. She lives what she preaches. I mean, she's just a tremendous person. And so when she said that, I was like, we should do that. You know what I mean? We should do that. Not that we get paid for it, but we should do that and teach and inspire people, right? And so we did. We did. And when you look at the other members of the syndicate, Tasha Matrez, who is the founder of Spirit Knows Best and Dimensions Unknown, she's a proponent for teaching and spiritual freedom. She really is. Tasha has helped so many hundreds of people, probably thousands of people. It's not even funny. Her work shows for itself. She shows up on social media every day, taking time from her family and her child to be present, to teach people how to walk in their divine autonomy, how to walk in your own authority, and to be your own authority in your life. And it's funny that someone could demonize Nicole for teaching how to self-heal through yoga and meditation, or Tasha for teaching how to be your own God, how to think for your fucking self. Okay, I forgot it's you too, but we gotta let one or two slip through, right? But I mean, I don't understand it. I can almost understand how a person could demonize me. I got a history, okay? And I ain't the nicest person. I'm not the nicest person, and I'm never gonna be. Okay, I'm honest, and I'll cut you to the bone with my words, but it's always for truth, and it can always make you better if you let it. I can understand that. And then you look at Ty Harris, who is an actual licensed therapist, and she's really good at it. Who teaches mysticism and metaphysics from the perspective of balancing your mind and healing yourself from things like depression and being bipolar, and just helping you recreate balance in your life by understanding that a lot of things that you thought were maybe mental illnesses are actually born out of the fact that you feel like you're more than what you are and you don't know how to tap into it. There's a lot of things that go on with people, and everything is not a mental illness, but there's only so much a doctor can do. Give you a diagnosis and give you a pill, because they don't know either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how that can be demonized. Or Catrice, who is a belly dancer and a costume designer. Or Sonia Quaid, Adira, who is into helping people who are transitioning, helping people find comfort at the end of their life, who is all about meditation and dealing with the ancestors, and just a beautiful soul. People have not a damn thing to do but to talk about these kind of folks when it's people out there who really raping and killing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got police officers shooting black people like it ain't nothing. You got all these other things that's really happening. It's folks without good, clean drinking water, even right here in Louisiana. Okay, and you got everything going on, but we want to talk about. We want to make YouTube videos. I want you to think about that. What would be the purpose? What's the purpose? Half of them ain't even charging for their services yet. I be on them about charging. Charge for what you're doing. You know why I talk about charging? Because reciprocity is a law. I didn't make it up. I don't ask them for anything for free, because they deserve to be paid for their time and their expertise, and they deserve to be paid for their energy, period. You can't say, oh, a healer ought to do it for free. Your doctor ain't doing it for free. Your mechanic ain't doing it for free. Your lawn service guy isn't doing it for free. You don't want to do what you do for free. If we don't just do stuff for free, go to work and tell your boss, you know what, you ain't got to pay me no more. I'll be here every day. I ain't gonna miss, because you know what? We ought to just do things for each other for free. That sounds stupid as hell, because it is stupid as hell, right? And so, but people come with all these dang excuses, just stupid. Okay, it's stupid, and I call stupid stupid. Okay, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That's every day of my life. That's M. Rain. That is Lucretia Hayes at her finest. I don't need to be liked. I love myself. I don't need to be accepted. I accept myself. I validate myself. And every day I am my own hype man. I'm colder than MC Hammer's hype man. And I know y'all know if you old enough anyway. Some of y'all might be babies. But if you as old as me and you remember MC Hammer had the coldest hype man in the world. Man, the whole song. And not only were they hyping with voice, they was hyping with dance. Like, get them, go Hammer, go Hammer, go Hammer. Like all the time. I am my own MC Hammer hype man for myself. I don't need that from other people. And that helps me to bring authentic, true messages that you can depend on, count on, and you can put it in your life and see it do something. Because I'm not moved by money either. Again, I used to do it for free. Still do a whole lot for free. Now, you are a person who's listening to this, and I want to speak to your heart real quick. You got to be smarter than people think you are. And what I mean by that is you can dislike me. That's fine. I don't mind. And you can hate everybody in the syndicate, and you can say F Magical Mystic and Divinity Academy and everything that has to do with them, and nobody cares. I'm letting you know. I don't care. You are free to do that, but I want you to do that because that's what you want to do. I ain't asking for you to follow me or go buy nothing. I want you to think for yourself. And when I say think for yourself, I'm not just talking about keeping other people out of your energy and out of your head, trying to tell you what you're supposed to feel and what you're supposed to think and what is right and what isn't right. But I also mean keeping your traumas out of your decision making. I've been raped. I've been sexually abused. I've been surgically restructured as a child. That was pretty heavy. And it left a scar that it took me over 25 years to heal, to finally rebuild my self-esteem, even though that was in a place that nobody could see unless we're being intimate. But yet I felt like a part of my womanhood was gone, and I was still a child. And even so, I don't walk around feeling like every man is horrible. Every man is a rapist. I don't choose to let that do that to me, because that means that I would be still in prison to it. It would still be kicking my ass. And I refuse to be 45 getting my ass kicked by something that happened to me when I was 9. I refuse. You can't let your traumas keep talking. This person, they was the same way and they did me dirty. I ain't got no time for nobody. You then just became a partner to the person who hurt you first. Y'all have partnered up to destroy your life, to keep your life from moving forward. You let that one person speak for the whole world. It's billions of people in the world. And even if you've run into 200 horrible ones, that's just 200 out of a billion. That's negligible. Think for yourself. Keep your traumas out of it. Keep your judgments that came from your trauma out of it, and keep other people out of it. Start to really get inside of yourself and find out what's real and what's true. I do what feels good to me. And I teach people to do what feels good to them. Not all the time like this sensual pleasure, sexual type of thing. I'm talking about what feels good to your soul. When you lay down, you smile. Every time I lay down, I feel good. And when I wake up, I feel happy. I feel content. I feel empowered. I know I'm empowering other people. It's people that'll get on YouTube. They ain't never paid nobody's rent. I do. They ain't bought nobody a car. I gave away a car for Christmas. They ain't paid to help somebody save their car because they don't have it. They can't pay their own bills. And they are so mad that I knew her when she started, and I've seen her rise, and I couldn't get a piece of that. I just want to rip it all away from her because they think they had that kind of power. Let me explain something to you who are going to see this because you're a hater. And I just want to make sure you understand that this is me rubbing my muddy ass boots in your face, okay? You don't have the power to fix your life. I mean, you with you all the time. What makes you think that you could destroy me? You can't do shit with you. Stupid shit. Don't let people with stupid shit destroy your opportunity to grow and build. You ain't got time to be mad and hating and making videos. You need to be making your life be something. There's people out here want to be the mystic police. Bitch, who you gonna lock up? What you gonna do? Nothing but be mad. Do you. Fix your life. Fix your life. Iana Van Zant. Fix your life. Fix your heart, fix your mind, fix your vibration, and then go out there and give people an answer. Because you can sit there all day long and try to destroy everybody that you see something wrong with, but you are just like them. Like attracts like. How did you get over there with these folks? How is it that you can't get away from these folks? You done left these systems and all of this stuff, but you can't get them off your tongue. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the church. I still love the church. It was what I needed when I needed it. I let it go and kept on moving. I'm still friends with both my pastors. They love me to death. They still get on my lives and listen and be speaking. Love you. She crazy self. Like, love you too, pastor. We ain't mad at each other because this is my life. And I'm authentic in it. I never asked them for permission, so they know they can't take the permission from me because they never gave it to me in the first place. That's what I teach. Power within yourself, not power over other people. This is me. I'm God over this. And I won't release it for anybody. And I hope that you learn to be God over that and never release it for anybody. That's who Emme is. And if anybody tell you anything else, it could be true, could not be true. If people tell you that I'll cuss you out, I will. I will let you have it. If people tell you that I use words like the B word, the N word, the A word, the F word, I use all them words. And we'll make up some. You just got to watch me on Facebook. I go in when I need to go in. But I do it all from a loving space, and I do it all. I will kick your ass and tell you that this is for you to understand. You know, and by kick your ass, what I mean is I'll tell you the truth. Look, you being dizzy. You acting dizzy and you acting dumb. Okay? This is you acting dumb. Why are we talking about all these people when you are not doing what you need to do? If that makes me a bad person, then you heard it here first. I ain't denied, did I? That's who I am. But I see thousands and thousands of people who have upped their income, healed their body, got off medication, saved their marriage, brought their family in. I mean, they doing their thing. And that could be you if you would start thinking for yourself. And you could do that without me. You don't need me. I'm a voice and I'm going to be here. But I ain't telling nobody that they need me. You need you. And you need to hold you and never let yourself go for nobody. Anybody who wants you to release you, they ain't for you. They are not for you. Okay? I love you guys. Y'all have a great one.